minute. We got to hear that. I want to hear this. I'm talking to Brother Eel and WT.
B.
WB, I'm sorry. Tell me what y'all talking about now. You talking about women in the shelters? What do you think?
There's not enough shelter for single adult women. And single adult women, when they travel to the women's site, they're turned away because they're not pregnant, they don't have school-age children, or they refer to the Salvation Army. The Salvation Army gives preference to women who are pregnant or with school-age or have school-age children.
Otherwise, you say they're taking in families. But when it comes to single women, they don't take them in.
Unless she's pregnant. So where can the single adult woman lay her head if she's not able to get in the care talk? The care talks only have one site for the women that fills up to 40. Or if two women get in an altercation and both women are turned out of care talks because they got into a brawl, where can those two women go? If they don't have money to rent a motel room, they have a family member or relative to take them in. And just like the Muslims always teach, love, serve, and protect your women.
Well, let's let the Muslim brother speak about the Muslims, because he can relate to this. Since you're not a Muslim, what do you think the Muslims can do in the city of Richmond?
First of all, I mean, let's look at the picture. I mean, for the brothers I know, you know, it's a lot of brothers. A brother named Brother Muhammad and a couple other people I know. Let's face it, I mean, I believe wholeheartedly in the truth. You got some Muslims that, when it comes to Muslims, they haven't did their job, because if we have did our job thoroughly,
come on,
ain't no way in the world, man, we wouldn't have the city open up.
Come on.
You know, so, you know, I mean, you know, when it comes to Islam, it's a lot of Muslims going to have zeal for this deen. And once we got zeal for this deen that we're in, then the city, we can change Richmond. Because, I mean, when we look at the scope, the way I look at it, I think that Muslims nor Christians haven't did their job.
That's right.
You know, and we need a man, and when we start doing our job, then this city will change, man.
Come on now, that's right.
We have not did our job effectively.
That's right. And I regret this, I have to say this, but it happened. With him with his little noise-making machine, I'm glad he's gone on.
That's the way I see it. That when we all start doing what we're supposed to do, then the mayor will open the city up for us. We can take this city and put this city on the map. Because if you look at history, and history itself, it was Muslims, man, that ran this thing before. You know, and you got Muslims in government right here. We got to get in a position where we start creating programs, and then when we're doing that, then the mayor will open the city up to us. But if we ain't doing our job, we can't expect a damn thing from these people.
Somebody said do that right there.
Because some Muslims haven't did their job. You got some Christians haven't did theirs, man. Until we start seeing that we need to do our job and carry out our duties, we can change.
Nah, the brother don't do no dancing in the middle of the street, baby.
You know? Because, man, they not going to give us a damn thing as long as we like we are.
And it's not the little people's fault the way that they are.
No.
They've been brainwashed and everything else. Give the children, giving illegal drugs.
When we take this city back from the mayor and let them know you got people that are educated enough to run this.
That's
we start
right,
creating programs and all that, they'll open the city for us. You know, and that goes well for Christians as well as Muslims.
Well,
you know?
How he get on? That's right. Or any religion.
Yeah. We start letting these people that we can run this thing, man, they'll open the city up for us. Until then, don't look for it.
That's right. And look at WB, how he have to carry everything on their bag. This is something.
It's not about me, it's about helping others. But
That's
the Lord
right.
will look out for you. That's the problem. We had this saying in America, each man for himself and God for us all. But that's not what Christians should be practicing.
Well, first of all,
but everybody's not a Christian, and I wish you would let that go.
Or a Jew.
Well, I'm not picking on the Christians. I'm talking about the Muslims also that we haven't did our job.
That's
effectively.
right.
I'm not singling nobody out.
Now,
I'm saying we have not did our
America
job.
professes to be a Christian nation. But actually, she's post-Christian.
Yeah, we live in a theocracy where God is the ultimate authority.
But a modern day America is considered post-Christian and capitalistic. And capitalism demands that you be cold,
Calculating,
and calculating,
like our mayor
and
that dirty
self-serving,
city council.
or selfish.
Me and some other brothers that I know, like me and Muhammad, was talking about that right in Monroe Park, that when we all come to have this zeal for the dean we got, we can change this city.
That's right.
We can put this city on the map. Until then, man, it's going to be like it is.
Well, I want to say this because I actually called Chicago on several occasions attempting to get to Farrakhan.
Let me say this. Don't think for 1 minute that they don't want to give this back to us. Don't think that man, when he see us start demonstrating and start, man, doing what we supposed to do, that man will open this city up. Because me and some other Muslims on top about it, they will give it back to us.
Well, I'm going to have this in my next ask woman and future president for about the mayor's war on poverty.
That's right.
He does have a program. He talks to rhetoric. And Richmond Free Press write what he talks.
All of them write what
I don't believe
he talks.
It's picking on one. I'm talking about the Muslims too, that they haven't did their job as well as Christians. And when we start doing our job effectively, then let these people start.
A change will come about.
There'll be nothing that we can't get.
That's right. But see, they're afraid. They are afraid. What if these people get themselves together? What if they actually listen to what's going on? What if they wake up one day and realize that we got the power?
Because right now, none of us should be hurting for nothing in this city.
That's right.
That means Muslim or Christian. So if we in it, because during the time of Prophet Muhammad, they lived, and Christians lived in an Islamic government. They paid a poor rate, which is called the jizya. Prophet Muhammad charged the Jews and the Christians, as long as they lived side by side with the Muslims, and they paid their tax. And the Muslims was not to bother them, and they was not to bother the Muslims. So come on, man. What's wrong with us? What's wrong with us?
Well, in this city, we have like over 200 churches that are Christian.
That they claim they are Christians.
Well, I don't mean no harm, WB. I'm a man, and I'm outspoken. I don't believe in holding that and back and sugar. But I think a lot of churches have not fulfilled the mission.
Well, many churches feel it back. Opening the doors up for lunch.
Yeah, that's on a more profound and a deeper level. But
donations and blankets.
Man, and give them
but they're getting their food. They're getting their food dirt cheap. So I mean, sure. Like I told the woman, the Caucasian woman at city council.
But how are you addressing? Yeah, you can give him a blanket, but are you addressing this problem though?
Nope. That's what I told the female at city council. She came up running to me. We've opened up new food kitchens. I'm like, you wouldn't have to open up new food kitchens if you paid the help like you get paid. If you pay them for the work they do,
these people,
the knowledge they have.
I think it's 1916, Marcus Garvey said this. He said the world is waiting on us, and the world will be no greater than what we make. The world been waiting on us for a long time. And we haven't stepped up yet. When we start stepping up, we'll get what's out.
That's right. But until then, they will keep stealing from you, lying, cheating, and everything else.
Rest yourself the news. Here you got the governor, Bob Allen. They done quoted with his pants down, stealing money.
Yeah, and his whole family. You don't mean Allen, you mean McDonald. With his wife. Talking about she always, she don't tell the governor everything. That's because they've been lying, cheating, and stealing the whole time. And they are not the first ones.
You go back and research history, Virginia's always been the one that has contributed to the corruption. Number one.
That's right.
They never apologized for the Atlantic slave trade, number one.
That's right.
Number two, they never said that the black codes was against the law. They never said that the Fugitive Act was against the law. These people, man, they are corrupt. They have did a lot of stuff, and that's why Virginia is paying like it is. Because when the Queen of England came in before the General City, did they say the Atlantic slave trade was wrong? They went right along with her.
Because they became rich and richer and more powerful.
You know, anytime somebody would uphold some atrocities done to human beings and say it's right, there's something they gotta be, they crazy as hell.
That's right.
They gotta be sick. They didn't say that the Atlantic slave trade was wrong. And in some of the words, Virginia said they were siding with the Queen of England. It was right for them to take millions and millions of Africans during the Middle Passage and throw them overboard and let the sharks eat them.
Well, that was the problem I had in the Alvin Native Bible Church. And I said that Moses,
Ooh.
that Moses, take a right turn. That Moses was not a murderer when he intervened with the Egyptian taskmaster, beating the Hebrew slave within an inch of his life. Maybe it was manslaughter, but it wasn't murder. And then Dr.
Same thing.
She said slavery was legal. Well, so was Adolf Hitler and the Nazi Party that was legal.
Oh man, you got to hear what Chris
And she's
Dorsey.
a sweet lady, I understand. She founded a church for people
Who
in
was a
transition.
sweet lady?
Dr. Carolyn Johnson. And Alvin
You
Native
just
Bible.
keep sucking up to these losers with social services. I'm so sick of you
She's
praising
not a social
these.
services. She's a pastor.
Well, I know you
She
talking about, I
founded the
seen her.
church, and Alfred, Brother Eel met Dr. Carolyn Johnson.
Well, I mean,
Well, he didn't meet her, but
anytime
I pointed her out to
any
you.
one time a woman would sit there and say that she don't reckon, she's saying that slavery was all right. That tells me a lot
Something
about her.
wrong with her.
Something is wrong with her. Because how slavery could ever be all right?
That's right. Of any people.
Thank you.
Of any people.
Yeah, another person
We
not
can go
mentioned-
through here.
Yeah. Another person not mentioned in the Bible, but he existed in history, was Spartacus. Spartacus hated slavery, and the Romans enslaved anyone. But Spartacus fought back, just like Moses fought back. But Spartacus didn't make it into the Bible, but he was a real man who lived and led 500 or 700 slaves to revolt against the Romans and set up a slave state. So he was thinking like the Muslims would have thought. Do for self. Establish a nation of your own. And let no man enslave you again. But unfortunately, he doesn't get mentioned in the New Testament.
But like I was saying, man, until we come together in the city, we could run they had like in history, we go back, it was Muslim civilization that ruled the world. We can rule the same thing and it will be given back to us if we stand up. Because these people don't know how to run no government. They don't.
No, they don't.
Well, somebody was telling
I've
me
said that many
Willie
times.
Yeah.
Lynch. You're familiar with Willie Lynch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Willie Lynch mentality.
Law.
Now the slaves that revolted against the Romans under Spartacus, their bodies were enslaved, but not their minds. They wanted their freedom, and they fought.
So
the
that's
ones
it.
that fought under Nat Turner, they wanted their freedom.
Well, the same thing with the Wassasas. Descendants of Nat Turner, they took and try to cut them out of their land. You know, so I mean, come on. You know, this lady I know, her name is Nat Turner Bay, and they try to cut her out of her land, man. Her descendants go all the way back to the city of Atlantis.
This thing
What?
This thing don't like to talk about Nat Turner or Denmark Cassisi or Prosser. Those three made slave insurrections.
See, that's what, and then, man, the first thing, man, we're in this maze in this fall. We're letting these people tell us they done lived off our science, they done benefited off our science, and we still let them live off our science.
And see, they've gotten so powerful that they feel like nobody could do anything to them, but I know that's a lie.
Yeah.
I know that's
And
not
man,
true.
we all come together in this city right here, like me and Muhammad was telling me, you put this city on the map. But it's not going to be done as long as we're like we are. Because God has said 20 million people stand together, 20 million strong. It's going to have to, we're going to have to come together.
That's
If we don't,
right.
We're going to be like we are.
Well,
We're going to be
this
just
is
like we are. Man.
activist Teddy Perham
'Cause number one,
outside
these
of
people,
the
they got it
Daily
off the
Planet.
They don't know how to run no government. You know, and
No,
if
they
you go out
don't.
through history, it was always Moors that ran government.
That's right.
And this is what we are living is a theocracy. They got it right on your dollar bill, in God we trust. And they talking about some separation of the church and state. There ain't never been no separation of church and state. It's been God separated from the state and God taken out of government.
Hey, that's right. And when he was taking out, everything happened.
This is a theocracy we living in.
No, it's capitalism.
Now tell me about...
But I'm saying, it's a theocracy. They tell you about in God, they got it on your dollar bill, and God we trust.
America really believes in God.
No.
Believe in
No.
These people ain't never
US
believed in no
dollar.
God.
No, they never
currency
did.
that's failing. A false God.
They never believed in no God. They have always been adversaries, man. They never believed in no God.
I think I'm going to have to go. I ain't going to say this.
Al early, I got here. Al early for you, so come on in here.
Oh, well, you ain't offer nobody a ride.